It's COVID go time for kids ages 5 to 11. Vaccines for this age group, well, they start today at Sanford Health. Appointments are required and parents can schedule them through the MyChart online or by calling Sanford.
You don't have to be a Sanford patient to get a shot from them, but they say vaccines will not be available at walk-in clinics. Doctors say this is a big step in the fight against COVID.
With this tool in our tool belt and hoping if we can have vaccination that can go out to all the kids, we won't have to, deal with isolation and fighting COVID in the pediatric population. And perhaps our kids can grow, play sports, and go to school like they used to.
The Pfizer vaccine for children is a 2-dose vaccine given 21 days apart, and it's a third of the dose that's given to adults.
In Grand Forks, children 5 and older can be vaccinated today. You can't make an appointment this time. Grand Forks Public Health says you will be seen on a first-come, first-served basis. They're holding that vaccine clinic today from 3 to 7 at the Grand Cities Mall.
You can also make an appointment right now for your child to be vaccinated at a local pharmacy. In Fargo-Moorhead, CVS on 13th Avenue South in Fargo is taking appointments for as early as Tuesday next week. So is Walgreens on 30th Avenue South in Moorhead. The vaccine requires 2 doses 3 weeks apart, plus another 2 weeks for full protection. So a kid who gets vaccinated before Thanksgiving will be fully covered by Christmas.
Many parents have questions about the COVID vaccine for 5 to 11-year-olds. Topping the list, is it safe? The short answer from local health experts is yes.
Now, another popular question is, what if a child is almost 12? Should they wait? One Sanford pediatrician says no, because the younger you are, the better your immune response will be.
I would get the current dose at 11, and even if you turn 12 before the second dose, then you would get the higher dose for the 12-year-olds.
Boosters have not yet been recommended for children, and it's unclear when or if they will be. The North Dakota Department of Health is planning a town hall meeting tomorrow to discuss vaccines for kids. The event will begin at 1:30.
It will include a discussion with state health experts about availability of vaccines. You can go to that meeting by go to health.gov/town hall.
It's now 7 minutes before 7 o'clock on a cold start to our Thursday morning. Oh, Lisa, we're back down into the 20s.
Yeah, it's cold out there still again today. Below freezing. It's frosty too, so you may need some time to get that windshield scraped off. And make sure you're bundled up, especially if you're going to be out for a long time, perhaps taking in these northern lights that are still happening this morning. It's looking really pretty out there. This is a photo from north of Moorhead last night. Kaylee sent us this picture of that green glow there, and we've been watching it on our sky cam as well. It's been more and more faint. This is on our Devil's Lake sky cam. It looks just basically black right now as we're waiting for that sun to come up. It has been more and more faint, but it has been a nice treat to even take that in here this morning. So it's been nice because we've had clear skies, and that has allowed our temperatures yet again to also cool down. We're at 28 degrees in Fargo. Grand Forks, mid-20s at 24. It's 26 in Thief River Falls. Notice what you don't see on this list. No temperatures in the teens. There's one spot, and that is Wadena. Everywhere else in the valley, we have temperatures that are into the 20s, so it's slightly better. 26 degrees in Bemidji. Fergus Falls is at 28, and Devil's Lake checking in at 27 degrees. So below freezing, you're going to want to bundle up. Most of us have clear skies. There are a couple of places where we have a little bit of light fog happening, and that's in Detroit Lakes, Wahpeton. Our visibility being reported at 5 miles, so that might obscure your view just a little bit in some of these spots. And even in Devil's Lake at the airport, our visibility is being reported at 3 miles, but it's looking clear in our view on our sky cam at Home of Economy. So it just depends on where you are here this morning. Overall, though, most of us doing just fine. We don't have any reports of dense fog in the region. And you can see clear on our radar and satellite map here this morning. So waiting out at the bus stop, the kids will want that extra layer, the heavier coat, the hat, the gloves here this morning with temperatures below freezing. Clear skies, though, and look at heading home from school. We've got some really nice weather. Temperatures into the low 50s, some sunny skies, a really nice early November day. The wind starts to pick up tonight, and that will help to keep our temperatures from dropping as much. So tomorrow morning, notice this difference. Some upper 30s to start off your day on Friday. It will be breezy, though. We have a chance for a little bit of spotty showers in eastern North Dakota, especially with that wind disturbances moving through. After that clears, a beautiful weekend ahead. Temperatures in the 50s to some low 60s. So warming things up here in the forecast.
Looks great. Thank you, Lisa. 2 people are hurt after a crash and rollover involving a county deputy who is on his way to another accident. The deputy had his lights and sirens on yesterday afternoon in Minot when his squad car was hit at an intersection.
The police car then hit a pole and rolled. Neither the deputy nor the 67-year-old woman who hit him were seriously hurt. A motorcyclist is dead following a crash in Brainerd.
Police say he hit a car at Highway 210 at the intersection on the east side of town. The Minnesota State Patrol will release more information a little later today. There's positive news this morning for a West Fargo police officer, Tim Brown, who suffered a heart attack while on duty over the weekend. He is now off of the ventilator and breathing on his own.
Brown remains in stable but critical condition at that Nebraska Medical Center. On Sunday, he was booking 2 women into the Cass County Jail when he collapsed. We have new information this morning on a missing 18-year-old who we first told you about yesterday. Today, the search is now a silver alert through the State Emergency Services Department.
Chase Hurdle of Bismarck hasn't been seen since Tuesday morning around 9 when he walked out of school and was spotted near a bridge in Bismarck. Police say he has amnesia issues and may not know where he is.
Some people gearing up for this weekend's deer opener are having a hard time finding the supplies that they need to make it happen. Ammo is in short supply. It has been for the last year. One Minnesota shop owner says in a normal year ahead of deer season, he buys 6 to 8 cases of shotgun slugs. Each case has about 50 boxes of ammo.
Right now, he says he's lucky if he can find 1 case to buy. That means limiting how much hunting ammo customers can buy along with higher prices. His advice to hunters: make every shot count. And here's an alert for area hunters. The Minnesota DNR suspects chronic wasting disease in a wild deer harvested just southwest of Climax. It's a fatal neurological disease that affects deer.
Hunters who harvest deer between Moorhead and Oslo are now asked to leave samples at self-service stations in Neillsville and Climax for testing. So far, 118 cases of CWD have been documented in Minnesota's wild deer population. The small town of Brandon, Minnesota, it's gone viral after someone attached the words "Let's go" to the city sign. So it says, "Let's go Brandon." That has become a popular phrase on social media as an expletive anti-Biden phrase, but the sign has brought mixed reactions to the town.
Brandon city officials say there were 6 city signs that had the additional wording attached. The county emergency management director says some were pieces of cardboard taped up on the sign, while others were nailed down with plywood.
It might be tougher to find a real Christmas tree this year. North Dakota stores are having to find suppliers outside of their normal ones.
And many just don't have the inventory this year. Some are having to bring them in from outside the country.
This year, we did bring in Christmas trees from farther away than sometimes where we get them. A lot of our Fraser firs are coming from Quebec, over by Montreal, way out in eastern Canada.
Shipping the trees does make them more expensive, but for some people, there is no substitute for the real thing. And speaking of Christmas, North Dakota's First Lady is inviting artists and craftspeople to provide handmade ornaments for the North Dakota State Christmas tree that will be on display at the state capitol. This year's ornament theme is Share Your Story. Each ornament should include the name of a person entering it and a description that includes special circumstances through which it was created, like a class or a senior center project.
Ornaments need to be received in the Office of Management and Budget by November 30th. They'll become the property of the Office of the First Lady and may be hung on the state tree in upcoming years.
Let's get the answer now to that question of the morning on Facebook. Our question today is 19% of Americans will say this to someone this morning.
The answer: I love you. I would hope it would have been higher than 19%, but it does make you make that sound.
I was about to say, yeah, glass half full. Still
There
sweet
you
people
go.
are saying that.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but remember, the Valley Today rolls on. Join us right now on the Fargo CW.
Have a good Thursday, everybody.